Hey Oregonians, Randy Coppola, U.S. Launch Report. I'm over here at Launch Complex 40, standing by for the launch of the Falcon 1.1 and U.S. Launch Report. Thanks for watching.
DSCOVR is a joint mission of NOAA, NASA, and the U.S. Air Force, and is a spacecraft that will be launched atop a SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket tomorrow at 6:10 p.m. Eastern Time from Cape Canaveral Air Force Station here in Florida. And we are very...
T-minus 20. T-minus 15. T-minus 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. The Falcon takes flight, propelling the Deep Space Climate Observatory on a million-mile journey to protect our planet Earth.
We stand at this point on sort of on the threshold of history. We are seeing tomorrow the launch of DSCOVR, the first operational space weather mission to be launched by NOAA into deep space. It's a very exciting time for all of us. This has been a long time coming as well. DSCOVR started as the Triana mission, created and conceived by NASA in the late 1990s. It was completed, tested, and ready for further deployment and for flying when it was canceled around the turn of the century, around 2001. There it went into storage and sat there for several years until in the 2007 to 2008 period, NASA and NOAA together looked at it, evaluated DSCOVR, pulled it out of storage, checked it out to see if it was still a viable and capable instrument and satellite, and determining that it was and that it could meet NOAA's space weather mission requirements.
2, 1, 0. And liftoff. The Falcon takes flight, propelling the Deep Space Climate Observatory on a million-mile journey to protect our planet Earth.
Space weather, you'll hear a lot more about space weather and why we're interested in and concerned about it from Dr. Berger in a moment. But I'll just lead off by saying that the potential for solar storms. Solar storms can have a potential to provide significant impact to the Earth and to the society. Major economic critical sectors could be affected by it, such as aviation, telecommunications, power grids, and global positioning systems could be affected by the significant solar storms which could come our way. As we rely more on technology, we become more susceptible to the impacts on those technology elements from such things as solar storms, as Dr. Berger will talk about. So we are dependent upon a reliable source of early warning and advance notice of when such things might occur. DSCOVR, when it launches, will take about 110 days to get to its observing point, which is kind of a unique place for us. As I said, it's the first deep space observer we have. It will be sitting at what's called the Lagrange point, which is a gravitationally stable point between the Earth and the Sun, about a million miles away from the Earth, directly in line with the Sun. From that position, it is staring at the Sun and taking in situ data of the measurements of the wind, the solar wind, and coming from the Sun in real time, and transmitting that data directly to the Earth. Looking backwards, it's also observing the Earth as a secondary payload opportunity there.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff.
Also, as Dr. Vols mentioned, there are a couple Earth science instruments on board as secondary objectives of this mission. And those instruments will be acquiring very important Earth science data including looking at the aerosol content, ozone, and the radiation balance of the Earth. Now, a lot of hard work has gotten us to this point, and the hard work has been accomplished by this extraordinary partnership between NOAA, NASA, the Air Force, and SpaceX, and I too want to thank the extended team for all of their hard work and dedication in getting us to this point, and we're very anxious about getting Discover off.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. The Falcon takes flight, propelling the Deep Space Climate Observatory on a million-mile journey to protect our planet Earth.
Yes, EPIC will be taking images, full-resolution images of the sunlit disk of the Earth, approximately 4 to 6 times a day, and then downloading those images over our Wallops Island ground station, and then those images will be posted roughly a day later, and they'll be posted on a website for everyone to see, a public website, so that those views will be there. The original vision was to have that real time, but we won't be doing that for this mission. It will be those images posted about a day later on the website.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. And liftoff. The Falcon takes flight, propelling the Deep Space Climate Observatory on a million-mile journey to protect our planet Earth.
L1, as we call Lagrange Point 1, it will join ACE, the Advanced Composition Explorer, which NASA flew in 1997, providing all of these measurements and others since that period of time. L1, ACE is a venerable satellite, 17 years now, well past its prime lifetime, but still providing accurate data. The importance of the space weather measurements and observations are so critical, it is essential that we get Discover out there to be in party with ACE and to carry on the ACE measurements, at least as far as space weather is concerned, into the future. So as we said, NOAA will be operating Discover out of the NSOF facility, where we will make the data and the observations available to the partners and the public. NOAA's Space Weather Prediction Center, operated out of Boulder, Colorado, will process the space weather data and provide products, forecasts, alerts, and the like to the nation and to users. And the data, once taken, will be archived at NOAA's National Geographic Data Center, also in Boulder, Colorado. So once we launch Discover, what next? We're not just going to sit and watch Discover for 17 years. We know this is a very important measurement to be made, and we're already working within NOAA to figure out what we will do following Discover. What we will have, it takes years to get a satellite developed and on orbit, and we understand the criticality of this measurement, and so we're looking at the next generation of space weather observations and measurements to be made following the Discover mission. So we're very excited about this about today and about what's going on here. This is a set of firsts. Our first deep observing space weather mission, our first venture beyond GEO of any kind, our first launch on SpaceX, 3 very important ones in looking to the future. So I want to give my congratulations to the NASA, NOAA, Air Force, SpaceX, and broad science and engineering and operations team that got us to this point. Some have been working literally for decades for this particular mission to get it ready for launch and for operations.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. supersonic.
Vehicle has reached maximum aerodynamic pressure.
First stage prop is still nominal. Everything go. 100 kilometers remaining nominal. Falcon and Discover passing through max Q. 2 minutes into the flight of Falcon.
Vehicle remains on a nominal trajectory. Altitude 33.9 kilometers, downrange distance 20.9 kilometers, speed 1468 meters per second. Downrange distance 50.0 kilometers, speed 2350 meters per second.
We have meter 1. And we have main engine cutoff. Confirmed. Second stage engine. Ignition. And we have stage 2 engine ignition. Has occurred on time.
It's not lighting.
The Falcon 9 Merlin vacuum engine producing 92,000 pounds of thrust, continuing to carry Discover to its place in space. Standing by for the fairing jettison. This will expose Discover to space for the first time. And we see a good fairing jettison.